Hi, in today's video, I just want to talk about the control of the direction of the golf ball. And most of the direction of the golf ball is controlled by the club face. So where the ball starts is where the face points at the point of impact. So if it starts off straight but comes back not pointing in that alignment, the ball's going to go right or left, depending on how you sort of deliver that club face. So the delivery of the club face, I like to sort of visualize really, in its simplest sense, is the position of the right hand at the point of impact. So the right hand has a big influence over that club face. So if you can rotate the hand, you can imagine that motion. So forearm rotation, that will close the face. A lack of forearm rotation, that would open the face, so the face would be open on the approach and we don't quite rotate it. It would go to the right, and over rotation, it's going to go to the left. So we've got rotation in the forearm is the most sort of obvious, more violent movement, if you like, of that club face. Then we've also got hinging and unhinging at the wrist. So we've got a hinge back that way, so the club points to the right, and then obviously we can unhinge that way, the club points to the left. Now, when we're doing that, both of these are options to close that face and open that face, but they obviously have sort of slightly different effects on the height of the golf ball. So if I sort of use the wrist in this way, take the ball to the right, it's going to go low to the right. If I use it that way to go left, it's going to go high to the left. So the hinging really affects the height of the shot as well as the direction. So whereas the rolling motion, again, does affect the height, but just not quite as violently. So obviously the face is open, it's a bit higher. The face closes a bit lower, but obviously this is not affecting the height quite as much as the hinging and unhinging of the wrist. So obviously if you've got a tendency of, say, hitting the ball high to the right, you don't want to use the unhinging motion because you're going to hit the ball even higher. You'll hit the ball straight, but you'll be scooping it down the middle. So obviously if you're hitting the ball low to the right, that could be a great option to use the unhinging of the wrist to get that club face lined up and also add some height into the shot. So again, it depends on what your shot pattern is, whether it's left or right. Obviously, most people miss the right. So the unhinging or the rotation of the wrist, the forearm, is going to really help control that direction. So, but again, knowing how much of each of those two movements you want. There's no pure hinging motion. There's no pure rolling action. It's a blend of those two. How much salt do you put in there? How much pepper do you put in there? You've got to get that right blend of those two movements. But obviously, if you hit the ball high right, rolling the wrist, obviously it's a very quick way to control that face. In the long term, obviously, you want to get a better method where we're controlling that in a more stable way. But any amount of roll is definitely going to close that face. Any amount of scoop is definitely going to have loft and to some degree close that face as well.